throws it. By golly, we got a ringside seat for a whale of a fight. Butch Reed, 255 out of Kansas City, going against the Junkyard Dog. Dog fires Reed back in after having knocked him out of there. Popped him over that top rope. I think a lot of you witnessed the situation when between Buddy Landell and Butch Reed, they really embarrassed Junkyard Dog by tar and feathering him right on TV, and the dog says, whoa, yeah. He's getting down and goes after him. Nails that headbutt, and he puts Reed back through the ropes again and down on the concrete. As the dog sitting in there waiting on him, my friend, I'll tell you that. He has got some kind of hatred stored up in him for Butch Reed. Grabs him at that top rope, snaps his head down, and Reed down on the ring apron. Junkyard Dog, when I talked to him after that embarrassing moment at the hands of Reed and Landell, said, hey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of business. And, brother, that's what he is doing right now. Junkyard Dog saying to the referee, Jerry Calhoun, stay off my back. I need some of this guy. Reed, quite a physical specimen, but he has run into a blazing buzzsaw. Butch Reed back on his feet. In the corner, the referee once again in between, and Butch Reed nails him with a big right hand. Now Reed is feeling what he wanted to feel, the opportunity. Oh, look out. We're going to say the opportunity to pour it to Junkyard Dog, but look at the dog battle his way back. He's taking it and firing. Boom. Exchanging right hands into the ropes. A double clothesline. They both had the same idea. Using the slingshot effect of the rope, both of them were coming off. Double clothesline, and the referee's at 6, 7. And they're both on the knees, and the referee stops the count as Butch Reed scores first with a right hand, and then Junkyard back at him. Saw Butch Reed pounds Junkyard Dog with a right. And the dog is down on his back. Ooh, yeah, here comes the Junkyard Dog. He's feeling it, determined. Maybe a last effort with Reed. He's been applying that pressure over the last several minutes. Double hands him right to the midsection. Rips him across the eyes, and Junkyard Dog is out of it for a minute. But Reed right back with a front face lock. had him in trouble on several occasions. Here again, he hooked the rope, or a foot over the rope for additional pressure, but he isn't able to keep it there long as the referee was up checking him out. There's the 10-minute call. 50 minutes to go. Junkyard Dog. Reed can feel the momentum building in Junkyard Dog, hanging on to that front face lock as the dog picks it back up to his feet once again. Crowd getting in behind JID. Holler at Junkyard Dog. Junkyard Dog. He's responding. Slams Reed into the turnbuckles again. And drops him down on a knee right on the spine. Junkyard Dog muscled his way out of that trouble. And he's coming back at Hacksaw. Here's a close line that puts him on the deck. Hounds. Butch Reed to the canvas, and Junkyard Dog all over him now. In the air, big body slam. Power slam at that. 1, 2. He got him. The winner. Portuguese International Heavyweight title match. Randy Macho Man Savage in against the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. Idol is standing up there ready. Boy, he's hot. Particularly about the way he lost that belt to Savage. Randy Savage not choosing to meet him head up at the moment. I don't know what he's got on his mind. Uh-oh, I saw him signaling to Angelo Poffo. Hop up, distract the referee. Poffo on the ring apron. Referee Paul Morton over there. Now Idol's telling him, you're the big man, you're the champion. He spit at Idol, and Idol coming right after him. Uh-oh, Austin, as he came through the rope, Savage got him. That's what he was waiting on. He was waiting to get Savage down before he really tangled with him.
This is attack. We're up now.
I see it. Savage from the ropes drops down on Idol. Count of 1, 2, and Austin kicks him out of there. Complain again that they weren't counting fast enough. Idol taking some shots from Savage. Goes down to the midsection, back up to the head, and there goes Idol out on the ring apron, down on the concrete. Savage from the top rope. And as he came off there, Idol met him with a right hand in the midsection. Savage hit that ring post. He hit it awfully close to that hook where the turnbuckle fashions. Back up into the center of the ring. Idol fires in. Austin Idol. Scrapping and breaking the rules is no stranger to Austin Idol. In days gone by, he's broken just about everyone there is to break. And there comes the Macho Man firing out of the ring. Idol wheeling him with a right hand. He down on the floor is really pumping it too. The Macho Man slams his head down on the table. Savage taking a pound. Savage now rips him in the eyes, bangs him with the international belt, hit him right in the face with that international belt. Idol had it going his way, but Savage slammed that belt and hit him right in the face with it. Referee starting to count. He may be out of it. Nope, Austin, a tough son of a gun, fighting his way up, but he is covered with blood. The Idol bleeding bad. Savage with an elbow puts him back down, and Idol, I mean to tell you, he busted his face wide open with that belt. Savage throws him up in the center of the ring. 6 minutes past 50, 4 minutes to wrestle. 6 minutes past 54 to wrestle. In the midsection. Whoa! He almost lost it right there. Idol still alive, but he is hurt. 6 minute mark, and Idol beat the 3 count just barely. Savage dumps the 242-pounder down. Blood streaming down from Idol's face. Savage drops an elbow. 1. Nope. Can't get him again. Idol not going to give it up that easy. Savage down with a big knee, covers him up one more time. 1. He may have it. Oh, good hook, but Idol forces it, comes out of it. And this time Idol out a little earlier. His real trouble started when Savage, who was taking a pounding from Idol, was over here by the table, picked up the international belt off the table and just slammed him right in the face with it. Down Idol goes. Cover again. 1, 2, and he gets out. Savage struggling to keep that belt. Referee says nope, only a 2 count. Poffo hollering it should have been 3. It wasn't, and Idol is still alive. Cradles him down into a small package, but Savage kicks his way free. Idol doesn't have his full strength back. As Savage comes off, he nails Idol right on top of the head with an elbow. Boy, that Savage can leap. Hooks him this time. 1. The referee's going to break that up. 1. He's got a hold of the rope again. And the referee says, nope, nope, you're too close. Count of 1. He got the rope again. He looks to be biting him right across the top of the head. heartthrob. Taking a pasting from Savage at the moment. He looked so bad in the face where that belt split him open. And Austin snapped off that top rope. Once again, Savage goes for a cover. I don't believe he can get it this time. Well, he came closer than I thought he was going to. Austin Idol still lots of fight left in him. Big elbow. We're at the 10-minute mark. Idol standing toe-to-toe with him. Takes an elbow. Austin catches Savage. Puts him down. And a third time. Austin Idol wants the belt. A wicked-looking place underneath the outside below his right eye. Idol pounding away. Now he is going after the Macho Man. Trying to open up that eye of his. Some of the crowd hollering, go for the leg, break his leg. And Austin went with an elbow that has been successful so many times, but not this occasion with the Macho Man. He rolls out of the way. Savage back up on the second rope. And he misses as he comes down. Going after the leg. Going for the Las Vegas leg lock. Uh-oh, Idol going over after Angelo Poffo, who's on a ring apron. Mistake. Poffo just threw Savage something. He's got it in his hand. The referee telling him to sit down, but Savage is loaded now. He nails Austin. Put him down. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 13-13. Savage retains the title. He hit him with whatever it was Poffo threw him.
Terry Allen. Terry, one of the finest young athletes that you're going to see anywhere at any time. In keeping with the quality athletes you see on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Terry's out of Chesapeake, Virginia, weighs in at 235 tonight. His opponent, I'm talking serious business. He is the AWA World's Champion, Nick Bockwinkel. Nick is from Beverly Hills, California. He weighs 241 pounds. And the man has a habit of winning, as you would guess, from the belt he wears. Yeah, it's bigger than bread basket and heavier chances are. Rather bread box. He's one of the good ones. Bockwinkel, a little pompous as an approach, I suppose, would be a mild thing to say. I think perhaps it is possible, knowing Terry Allen, that Bockwinkel could underestimate this young man. He's full of fire. He is a tremendously strong athlete. There's a college wrestling hold if you ever saw one. Terry Allen and Bockwinkel. I'm sure Bockwinkel, confident of victory. You've seen him. And believe me, he feels that way. This is not something he's just saying. Bockwinkel feels like he's the best there is on the entire planet. Big head scissor. Allen on the world champion. Incidentally, speaking of big and strong, guess who is returning to Southwest Championship Wrestling, and we welcome him. Big Bruiser Brody. There are those that will not welcome him. Because I guarantee you this man is standing beside a building. He ripples when he walks, and tough is not descriptive enough to talk about Bruiser Brody. Big full forearm slam. Bockwinkel and Allen all the way across into the turnbuckle. Bockwinkel with that grin on his face, looked like a possum eating peach seeds. What do you think of them apples? Oh, Terry Allen, the victim of inexperience. Hip toss. Figure four. He got a figure four with his leg on his arm. Nick Bockwinkel. Yep, if he don't know a hole, he'll invent it, and probably has several. The man is something to be concerned about when you're in the ring with him, and that's got to be an understatement. All kinds of pain. Young Terry Allen going through. Could very well have the strength of Bockwinkel. I suspect he does, and he's still developing. Still maturing. Still maturing as a wrestler, but he's got to mature some mentally. That mistake he made a moment ago was a rookie's mistake, and something you can't do against the world champion. And he's paying the price right now. He's buying the tickets right at this very moment. As Bockwinkel works on Terry Allen. Colonel Buck coming back. That may not make you happy. I'm not particularly thrilled about it. But nonetheless, he is one of the top wrestlers in the world, and he is coming back. Buck Robley. As is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the Funk Brothers. And I can't emphasize to you, though, Biggie full of forearm. Bockwinkel across. Oh! And another full body slam out of Terry Allen. Don't sell this young man short. You'll hear from him, and you'll hear from him a lot in days to come. Goes for the pin with a side head. Bockwinkel picks up the right shoulder. Almost impossible to pin a man like Bockwinkel with a sitting side head on him. Terry Allen, though, is draining a lot of strength right now. You can bet on that. Draining a lot of strength out of Nick Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel smooth. He thinks he's classy, and he is the world's champion. You got to give him that. Being worked on, head bone being worked on by Terry Allen. Looked like he might about have 22, 23-inch arms on him. Got to feel like a 4-inch Sears and Roebuck vise to the head bone of Bockwinkel at this point. Slams him, and again, working on the backside. Bockwinkel and Allen comes out, gets the arm bar. Bockwinkel on Terry Allen, obviously in pain. Across, Bockwinkel in, hip tosses him. Misses this time with a kick. 1, 2. Ooh, Bockwinkel kicks out. He did not hurt bad enough to go down for that. Again, the side, the sitting side headlock. Terry Allen on Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel knows he's got him an opponent. At this point, he might begin to realize what I knew when this match started. Terry Allen, nobody's pushover. Don't you ever consider this young man to be down and out until you hear the 3 count. Seen he and young Tom Pritchard's two of the younger wrestlers on Southwest Championship Wrestling, and I can see now why they're on the wrestling circuit. They're world-class athletes. But then that's how Southwest Championship Wrestling is. Wherever you are in this country, thanks for joining us. I hope you'll make it a weekly habit, wherever you see us. Looking forward to talking to Scott Casey tonight. Scotty is he's one of my favorite people, as well as my favorite athlete, one of my favorite athletes. And he's been injured, and he's been injured more than anybody deserves in the past couple of weeks. Bockwinkel. It's legal, except for the fact that Allen is on the turnbuckle, which doesn't seem to concern Brother Bockwinkel at this point, as he slams him. And again, third man of the ring, Eric Mannheimer, giving Bockwinkel the warning. Allen fights back, and again he says, how's that feel? You like them apples? We'll have one. And again, with the knee. All the way across, flying drop kicks him all the way to the other turnbuckle, going after him with the elbow. And again, and again. Mannheimer counting. He might as well be spelling for all it's good going to do him in this match. Allen misses, Bockwinkel moves. Here comes the big full body slam. Terry Allen in trouble at this point. Clotheslines him on the bottom rope. Knee drops him. Mannheimer's counting. I'm sure Terry Allen, the fact that Mannheimer's counting. Big full pile driver. 2, 3, had to be. Bockwinkel stuck his head halfway into the basement. The world's champion, Nick Bockwinkel, over game, young, talented Terry Allen.